Hello my kobolds and creatures, and welcome to episode 5 from the Age of Scale solo little world that we have been in and out of for a while. Now, last episode we, I think we made the log house there behind us in the farming district, and well, that was kind of 4 months ago. Yeah. In between though, we have filled up the mountain almost entirely. There's still a few gaps in the back. You can see a weird arch shape there that needs filling in still. But I've actually run out of cobblestone from that big mining operation. Still though, there is much more to do. And in between episodes as well, I also kind of cheated. It depends on your definition. But you know what, I installed this. I should use it. I kind of cheated. Using replay, I was able to find a spawner. Yes, we're going to carry on with this train of thought, and I'm going to keep in those weird noises, whatever that was about. So, if we head on over this way to a little, another little pillar thingamabob over here. Luckily, this actually leads us into the industrial section. So it's actually right where we need it, really. No actual build or anything, it's just a stairway that heads down. And like I said, I know it's been 4 months since our last upload because, well, I've been doing service stuff and IRL stuff, but now all of that's out of the way. So we're back. We're back to Age of Scales once more. No more service stuff, no more external nonsense. And so my plan is to, every Sunday I'm going to jump on for a couple of hours, do some recordings, do some progress, and see how we go from there. It means there's not going to be an upload every week, but at least I'll be making progress either way. And when I've got enough to make a video, it'll get uploaded when it's ready, not before, not after. And so, well, as you can see though, we have my little setup. I always like this setup where you have a little spawner where the creatures come down, but rather than just AFKing in the area, I get a little fishing spot. So I grab my little shark's tooth, do a little fishing, and whilst I fish, skeletons all sort of compile upwards. That way it's an AFKable thing, but I'm not actually AFK, I'm actually actively fishing. Yes, I'm actually fishing whilst the AFK stuff is actually getting produced, and that's probably going to be our main goal. We want to get this world fixed up. I want to make this into a proper forever world, and if it means we're doing that, it means we need to get some stuff prepped in the world. That means I've got a list of all the AFKable farms that I can build. I'm going to start off easy, very, very easy indeed. And I think the easiest one is a melon farm, because I actually did one not that long ago on a server and I deleted all the recordings for other reasons. I won't go into that though. So let's just do the usual effort. I need to grab all the resources and everything, but that's off camera work, isn't it? So for you lot, it's going to be a much easier situation. So we can just cue some music, and let's get to building, shall we? Okay, kobolds and creatures, we're back, and as you can see the farm is coming along, but it's not finished. We need materials that we don't have here in the overworld, which does mean we have to go and trek on off into the nether. Now, we've already got most of the materials we need. Already I've mined the obsidian from our giant procrastination mine. I've made sure to fashion some not so important tools just to be safe, and I did craft our first bow just using some pieces from the skeleton farm. Did grind it up and mend it a little bit. It ain't perfect, but it's gonna do as well for what we need. All we need to do is get a nice stack or so of quartz. But before we even get to that point, there's a step that we're missing. We need to make a portal. And if we just follow these roads, because, oh yeah, we have roads now, because there wasn't a big lapse in time as well after we got that far in the melon farm. We're like, we haven't been putting this off. We definitely have not been putting off recording the episode for a multitude of reasons. But we have stuff to do, and at least now, as we get to where I want to place this portal, there are now some nice roads to connect most of the areas. I think these are going to be like main roads, and as we start building in actual structures, then side roads can then be built off from that. So as you can see, that's our tower, and we're entering what's the more richer fishing district or merchant district. And now we want some stores and stuff here. So then if we go on up this little hill here, we should enter into what's going to be our noble district or rich district. Everything's a little still floaty at the moment, but as everything in this world needs a sort of purpose, a source of reason, and I do want to make good buildings around everything eventually. But for now, I just want to get the quartz so we can make this melon farm. Is a melon farm that important? Definitely not. But it is a good stepping stone to kind of get us started on the farms. It's a very simple farm, so I think it's one of those where you can try that out and see if you're going to be doing more redstone. I know I do, but you know. Eat some fish. But you know what? As I do, I'm going to go in unprepared and make a complete mess of things, which is all good and fun. Now, the reason I'm here in the Noble District is because I'm thinking, lore-wise, nobles like to really mess with things they shouldn't. In a lot of fantasy settings, and I should have brought torches for this. But that's the kind of gist of the idea that, oh, I like that. Oh, that's I'm going to use this. Yeah, so the idea is, lore-wise, nobles tend to mess with things they shouldn't, and of course someone has decided to make a portal to the nether. Do you mind, I'm using that as light. Ow. Well, sorry, dirt block, I didn't know you wanted to fight back. I'll think eventually I'll want to dig this out into some proper like ritual chamber. But for now, this little thing is probably going to be good enough. I'm trying to remember the dimensions of a portal. I think it's 3 by 2, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And the 2 at the bottom. And we're close enough so that if anything happens, we can jump in and out and take what we need. I don't want to be carrying all that obsidian. You know what? Flint and steel, I'm going to leave you... which I think I chose the wrong entrance there. I'm going to light the portal, spooky, and I'm going to put that in the chest in case we die and we need it. Or I should take it with me, if in case something breaks the portal on my end. Here we go, let's go in, let's see what we have got. And here we are, the nether, and we're actually in a reasonable spot. You know what, I should have brought torches for a multitude of reasons. But here we have it. I know I should bring a fortune pick, probably, and do this. But that is why we're not. Most of that went into the void. Well, not the void, but you know. So let's get this going. There we go. You know what? I think you get the gist of what's happening, don't you? I'm just going to mine up a whole bunch of this in the area. If there's anything important, I'll show you. If not, I will meet you at the Mellon house. let's see how this goes. What am I pressing here? I'll see you over there in a second, my kobolds and whatevers. Well, howdy doody, we have returned from the nether and we have some goodies. Lots of quartz, and I've already gone ahead and made the comparison observers we need. So, without further ado, let's just continue with what we were doing. Let's cue that music once again and finish this lovely little farm off. Let's go! Whee! That's not... copyright reasons. Oh no. A bit more enthusiasm, please. Alright, my kobolds and creatures, I hope you enjoyed that little time-lapsey thing. Now, as you will see, as we move over to first-person mode, we have got it working and operational. That's at least the good part. All the redstone is done, all the actual pumpkins are planted. Pumpkins, they're pumpkins, get the words right, come on. Pumpkins in here, and melons will come in here when we actually have melons to plant. Realising I don't actually have melons to plant yet, but we've done the redstone stuff, and it does mean that we're now going to have jack-o'-lanterns. Oh my goodness, my words are being fumbled right now, aren't they? But we'll have those that we can then start using as a more diverse light source. Oh, and it just activated again. One thing I do want to do is temporarily block that off so that anything that spawns doesn't actually fall off. This is probably temporary though. I might replace it with glass or something in the future. And I'm also likely going to actually build something over this. That'll be a project for soonish. I want to design something nice. And you know what? I'm going to do the same with the hole as well, actually. Cover that all up. We don't need that. We don't want to be falling into it or having any animals fall in either. That is that, like so. So other updates. I think I mentioned at the early episode that we did make some mending tools and such. Our little cobblestone block over there. But yeah, the villager inside there is actually turned into a zombie. So no more mending gear until we can, you know, fix them up. That'll take some doing. I'm just looking at the silhouette of the mountain now in the distance. That's kind coming along so well working on that in between. But I do want to wrap up this episode sort of here-ish, whilst I walk on over to the little tower and have a bit of a view of the area. But I do want to change a few things going forwards. It's been months, literal months, since I've uploaded anything. Partially because IRL stuff, mental stuff, but mostly recording videos is, well, it takes time that I don't always have, and you know, the cutting and the chopping. So maybe I try and do some more journal not short form content. I'm not doing any of that, but more loose episodes sometimes, but maybe where we don't do replay at all. I think that's what I'm going to try and do in the future. As we get on up to the top and we wrap up the episode, you can only just about see the melon farm in the distance. The computer's been complaining lately. I'm worried that it's not going to last much longer. But I've rambled enough. So, with the little melon farm over there and the mountains having left the end the distance, I have been Kobold Queen. This has been Age of Scales. You have been one of my beautiful watchers, and I shall see you in the next episode. Goodbye! Yeah! See you in the next episode, everyone. Let's keep this train going.